within 2012, I got asked to join 2 half-significant metal bands. And after this, I mean, I've been continuing to do my YouTube videos, as you've probably seen. But after this, just to mention, I've been asked to join maybe 3 or 4 significant metal groups after 2012. And it's all because of my YouTube channel. And you know why? They find me in some weird way, but the reason why they find me and see me is because I'm out there all the time. Like right now, I don't know if you're on my channel, but I upload videos like 3 or 4 times every week. You know, I'm like a virus. I'm in your face all the time. You know, and you're not gonna leave without my ugly face. That's the last thing you're gonna think of when you go to bed. And this is how the music industry works today. I mean, having a record deal, what the fuck is that today? That's not worth anything, you know, at the level that I'm at, or, you know, at a certain... Of course, like, The Haunted has a record deal, and it works, you know, but it's because they're at a level that makes sense. But underneath that level, it doesn't make any sense to have a record label. You have to be out there, like, all over the place, and do not spam people like, hey, you know, put your CD in their faces, and, you know, you have to be smart about how you're promoting yourself, because that's, you know, it's a deal breaker if people are going to listen to you or not, because the attention span of me, and I guess a lot of other people, is like 5 seconds to listen to your music nowadays, because it gets served on a platter through Spotify and Apple Music and YouTube and Google Music. No one gives a shit about your album. It's harsh, but it's true. I mean, the album format is dead. It's been for a while. And, you know, if you look on, you know, Mel Sucks or whatever website you're on, look at what's being released this week. Just like 30 metal releases this week or something like that. It's an insane amount of music and bands competing for the same space. It's basically impossible for a band to reach out. And if you release an album, that album is dead after 2 weeks. Because there's, you know, next week there's 30 new metal albums that are better or, you know, caught the attention of face somewhere, you know? People have to understand this, that if you're a band, and if you're like, because I hear this a lot, people are asking me, okay, I have an album, how should I release it? My answer is always like, don't release the album. You're wasting an album of music if you're just releasing it without any plans for exposure or marketing. Marketing is everything today. And I've learned it the hard way because I've been doing it for a long time. So I know what works and, you know, what does not work. But for you, if you're in a band, you have to think differently. You have to go on YouTube. You have to do whatever it takes to get yourself out there. People are more likely to watch a video of yours than to just go to a streaming link and find you. If you make an interesting video, it's harsh to say, but if you like, you know, dancing with your dicks flapping around, you know, there's a big possibility that a lot of people are going to watch that video. It's sad because that's how we compete about exposure today. It's a mess, to be honest. And even though I have, you know, a fair amount of views on my YouTube channel, there's 50 other channels just like mine, you know? So it's, for everyone, it's even getting harder. I mean, even for the big bands, it's getting harder and harder and harder. So my point of this story, now I've been rambling a lot, is just that you have to forget about the albums. Maybe you should release singles, you know, once every month. Just, you know, you have to have news all the time. As you might have seen with Solar Guitars, we're pumping out models all the time. And we're killing it, basically. Because, you know, everyone's like, whoa, oh, another one there. Oh, shit, another guitar there. Oh, shit. We have news all the time. And that's why we kind of, you know, we grow quick. And that's the same with me. I have news all the time. I have a video coming out 3 or 4 times a week. It's a, you know, it's a virus. It's a marketing. Everything is marketing, basically. Do you understand? Yeah, everyone sounds super sad and depressed now. But it's the harsh truth. I'm trying to tell you before, you spend way too much time on the wrong things. You need to prioritize and think out of the box. Okay? Oh, you're welcome. One guy got it. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm good. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to play one or two songs, but I have to talk about the guitar. Shit.